Hi, my name is Brian Ellis, and I'm from Niagara Falls, New York. I was 10 years old in 1968 when Martin Luther King was assassinated. And during this time, for some reason, I decided that I would create a scrapbook. Now, as a 10-year-old, I like to read a lot. I read the newspaper, comic books, I read the Bible. Anything you throw at me, I would read it. And I was struck by this event. And I think another reason I was so struck by it was that same year, earlier, a friend of mine who was 10 years old died of brain aneurysm. So I was kind of struck by death. It had never really happened in my life until this time. So I created this scrapbook, which I saved over the years. I have shown it to people from time to time, but I usually bring it out during Black History Month. It was especially useful when Barack Obama ran for president, as my son did not want to vote, and I tried to explain to him why he should vote and what people had done to make sure that he would have the right to vote. My parents came from the South. My mother from Tuscaloosa, Alabama. My father from Lewisburg, North Carolina, right after World War II. They had experienced segregation in the South, and they moved up to the North because there were jobs up north, good paying jobs in factory, a lot of industry going on in there, and they would not experience as much segregation as they did back where they came from. I remember my father telling me about how he was 11 years old and he didn't really get what this was all about, why he was treated differently. And his parents made him aware of how to behave in certain situations. When you went to the movie theater, you didn't go down and sit on the lower level. You went up in the balcony. When you saw Mr. So-and-so, who was usually a white person, you didn't look him in the eye. You didn't ride inside their truck. You rode on the boards on the side or you rode in the back. So they had a different perspective and they grew up different. But Niagara Falls provided them a chance for a different life. So this book is, most of these articles that are in this book were taken from the Niagara Falls Gazette at that time. And I decided to preserve them because it had gotten old and started to fade, and put it in something that would last beyond me, for lack of a better word. And I don't know, I was touched by this, and I'm sure I read every article I put in here because I'm sure I would not have just cut it out. I would have had to read it. And I've been trying to use it now to share what this meant, what occurred, so that other people, I guess because I've grown old, I've become a time capsule, or as one of the kids told me a couple weeks ago, I'm an old head. So, but I think it's an opportunity to pass on some knowledge to let them know you're able to do the things that you do now because other people fought and some died for you to be able to do these things.